Assalamu alaikum. Hello, construction world, and welcome. Christopher from Oryx Consulting. Let's talk about apples with apples, okay? Let's stop talking about apples and oranges and apples and flying pink fairies and all of that. When we talk earth moving machinery and you're going to start comparing equipment, you've got to compare like with like. You can't compare opposites, okay? So let's get into it. Let's talk about apples with our construction and earth moving friends.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome construction world. Christopher from Oryx Consulting. Welcome back to Oryx Talks. Look, I wanted to do a quick video. I wanted to do a video today regarding a short video that I posted earlier in the week. One of the quick videos that I do down at MHJ Heavy Equipment Trading, the equipment dealer that we're aligned with here in the United Arab Emirates. Now, that quick video got a lot of attention, quite a few comments across all of our social media platforms, so it warrants a little bit of a deeper dive, if you will, into this type of, or into this topic, I should say. The topic that we discussed down there was in regards to people buying equipment in this region over here. Now, it's not something that coming from Australia myself and buying equipment from all over the world for customers. It seems to be quite apparent only in this region, some of these issues that we face over here. And I don't do it, or I don't raise this to be disrespectful in any way, shape or form, but different cultures from different parts of the world always attract different responses and attract how we handle situations somewhat differently. But the bigger discussion here is wasting time. Now, yeah, I don't like to have my time wasted, that's one thing, but also wasting the time of the person that is apparently looking for equipment to buy. So this is quite a big topic, and the way that I started this video was, then the premise of the video was just about comparing apples with apples, okay? It's far too often in this region they're comparing apples and motor cars. You know, it's polars apart. They're not even comparing the same machinery. And I'll give you some examples as we go. And some of the comments that came back, particularly on LinkedIn, were that it's not just the construction industry, or it's not just the used equipment market or motor cars. You know, it's across the board. You know, one of the comments there was from a guy that was involved in telephone systems, or IT systems, I suppose they would be, and same thing. You know, people not comparing apples with apples. They love to go to market over here and, put tenders out and all these kinds of things. But unfortunately, the people, and I'm just speaking from my experience here, the people that are doing this tendering have no idea what they're looking at. They just don't. I mean, traditionally, if I see someone ask us for a quotation for a service or a particular machine, and the inquiry's coming directly from the purchasing department, we don't even get involved, because we've spent 2 years knowing exactly where these things go. They're only interested in money and nothing else. They have no idea about technology, all the different types of technology and things like this. So we've sort of learnt over time that who you put your energies into to get the result that you need at the end. But one of these things was there's quite a few things that are highlighted here, and I'll give you one example. The first example that I'll give you, we've been dealing with a gentleman from within the UAE here, and he was interested in purchasing a particular multiple pieces of earth moving equipment, all the same type. The inquiry started, I knew exactly one of our friends here who has these machines, has the number of machines that he needs, and I know they are in tip-top condition. They've been through his workshop. They are magnificent, absolutely magnificent for their age, and really well priced compared to global prices. So we offered them to him. You know, we were just going to put him in contact with our friend. Comes back, no, far too much money. I can buy at half the price. Okay, go and buy at half the price. If you're going to get the same machine at half the price, good luck to you. Well done. Well, it turns out they weren't the same machines. I mean, these machines were from 2011 that we offered, and the machines that they offered were almost a decade older, 3 times the hours on them. You know, no way were they even apples with apples. It was apples and probably mangoes in this case. So that was fine. I asked the question at the time. I said, are you just looking for equipment, or do you have a job that you need these for? Oh, no, we have a job. We definitely have a job. We need them. Okay, no problem. Around 2 months transpired after this time. Same guy came back, same inquiry. Okay, I will look at these machines. So I said to my friend, look, he's come back. Do you want to give a discount? Yeah, he gave a discount, and I think it was somewhere in the vicinity of around $10,000 per machine. So this guy wanted 6 machines, so there's $60,000 saving. No, too expensive. Now, I tried to explain that in those 2 months, if you had work, if you had a job, and in those 2 months, the amount of money that you could have made on rent totally outweighs what the potential savings are. Who knows when you're going to find equipment? So you really have to toss up. Do you really want to get that deal that you had, you know, in 2020, say, when absolutely nothing was happening, people were bleeding money and they were trying to offload equipment? You know, do you really think you're going to get those deals again? My professional opinion, at the moment, I don't think so. In years to come, maybe, yeah, absolutely, there might be some deals there again. But with the expansion of oil and gas and things like that, and the other construction projects that are happening in the region, I just don't think that you're going to do that. Now, it's a different story if you're not desperate for equipment, if you don't have projects for them. Totally different story. You know, you can wait and you can search the market and you can have a budget that you need to stick to, you know. And I must add on this too, this is not people that don't have the money, okay? They have the money. So for me, that's just, it's a total waste of time. I mean, don't even go to market if you're not realistic in your expectations, you know. And I get it, it's a culture thing here, particularly in this region, and you know, not just here. There's you know, people in India are the same. It's a sense that you've got to achieve the negotiation, and that's what it's like over here. So, you know, don't be so proud that you want to get that negotiation, but you're going to shoot yourself in the foot with potential work and providing equipment for your customers and making an income at the end of the day. So, you know, I can't answer those questions for you. They're only questions for yourself, but I'm just trying to raise awareness that, you know, while you think that you're going to get this magnificent deal and this gun negotiator, don't lose sight of the fact that you're trying to run a business at the end of the day as well, you know. So that was number one. Number two, we get so many inquiries on, particularly on Instagram, when we post some of the videos that we do of the equipment at MHJ. Very rarely do we get genuine inquiries. And what is a genuine inquiry to us? A genuine inquiry to us is the customer who asks a million questions prior to asking the last question, which is the price, okay? Now, I know a lot of people are saying, probably swearing at me right now through the computer screen, but if you need a particular machine to do a particular job, it's imperative that you get the right machine for that job. Then you can negotiate. Once you know it's the right machine, then you can negotiate the price. But the people that always start out, price, That's the only word, price. Now, you can't get too offended by this because there's obviously a different in culture and a different language as well. So, you know, English is my first language. Just about everyone that I deal with over here, English is probably their second, third, fourth language even. So, you know, you can't ever get upset with just, you know, what we would normally call a harsh or abrupt statement. So price. I will always ask, you know, what's your email, what's your telephone, if you're in the UAE, come and see us at the yard. And the people that just want to know the price, well, I'm sorry, don't get offended, but you're never going to get it off me because you're just wasting my time and you're also wasting your own time, you know. We know a lot of the people who are intermediaries over here, and they will always, you know, try and price check and all that. We're on to that. That's not the people I'm talking about. It's the people that just want to know the price. Now, you know, there's particular regions of the world where we know that the equipment that comes out of MHJ after it's been through a refurbish process and all of that, we know that it's not the equipment that they're looking for in their region. We just know. We know what they're going to pay, and we know what they do pay through history, you know. And if we've got an old machine, a super old one, we will offer it to them because we know that's the market where they go to. So, you know, people, they will always try, especially with that, you know, they will always come back about how they can get another machine that's the same, they claim to be 100% the same, at half the price, thereabouts. It's nonsensical. It will never happen. It just won't. And comparing just because it is let's say a Caterpillar 330 excavator. If you're going to compare a Caterpillar 330B excavator with a Caterpillar, say 330D, or, you know, a much later model machine, if you're going to compare an excavator that's got 30,000 hours on it as opposed to an excavator that's got, say, 6,000, 7,000 hours on it, you know, you're not making us look foolish, put it that way. It's about getting all the information. So if you are serious about machinery, the price should never be your first point of call. Yes, it's going to be in there somewhere, you know, and you know, because you're looking for machinery, you know what prices are, and you know what a high level price is, and you know what a low level price is. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you what the machine is that you need for your project. That's totally up to you. That's on you guys to ascertain as to what it is that you're willing to spend. I will always ask, what is your budget? That's not to, you know, to be disrespectful. That is to get an idea of whether our machinery is the right machinery for you. It's that simple. You know, I don't want to waste my time, and I know that you don't want to waste your time. So, you know, please don't look at something that's just come through the refurbish process, I should say, and then expect it to be the same machine that you're comparing it to that was at the start of the refurbished project. It's never going to happen. So, you know, just be realistic. We've all got jobs to do, and we've all got so many hours in a day that we can work for. So just be very mindful of that. And again, I'm not saying any of this to be disrespectful. I'm literally saying it because you need to be aware that, you know, time is money, you know, time is really money, and for your sake, more than my sake, you know, my time is very, very valuable to me, okay, and I know your time is valuable to you, so always understand, you know, what it is that you want, what is your outcome, what do you want at the end of it. Now, this one was, it happened today, actually. Well, it's been going on for about a week. There's an engineering company that we use here in the UAE. They pump out some magnificent work. They actually build, you know, buckets, excavator booms, and sticks, and long reach booms, and all these kinds of things for the major manufacturers over here. So they build them for Caterpillar, and they build them for Komatsu, and all of that. Compared to countries like Australia and countries like the USA, it is a fraction of the cost. Now, The buckets, you know, I can attest to these. I can attest to the work that goes into the booms, the long reach booms and sticks. Caterpillar and Komatsu would not be using these guys if they're not the real deal. So, you know, that's something else for a discussion for a later date. But there's, you know, manufacturing, when you get into it, there's some really good places to manufacture. And the UAE is one of such places, you know, when you know who you need to deal with. But a gentleman came to us after we posted a video of a long reach boom being manufactured, and he asked, you know, I've been trying to find someone who can build a long reach boom and stick for us for a PC 2000 200-ton excavator. So not, you know, this is something very, very specialised, extremely specialised. So I said, look, I'll ask the question. So I asked the question with the guys, and they said, yeah, absolutely, we've got all the drawings here. Yep, we can do that. We can do the boom, the stick, the bucket, the cylinder, the tubing, all of it, the pins, everything. Counterweights, everything that goes with this conversion. Now, I know these guys are the real deal, okay, like I explained. So the gentleman then asked us, he said, look, it's really specialised. I need to make sure that you can do this. So I said, no, I can confirm that these guys will give you exactly what you need and what's required. I said they're professionals. They build them for Komatsu. They build them for Caterpillar in this region. So you're in really good hands. So he gave us the tender documents. We went and priced everything up, from the cylinders, the tubing, everything, the whole shooting match. And they could get onto the job within 70, 80 days as well, which was a major consideration. And I know these guys, they can just continue to put more people on it if it's something that's in a giant rush. So anyway, we put they gave us the quotation. We put some dot points down and forwarded it on to the client. I received the reply this morning, and everyone says to me, and I know, you know, from a particular region in the world, whether you're going to get the work or whether you're not. Now, this particular region is ridiculous for low pricing and all of that. We know that. So, but this guy I could tell, was desperate, because it's not something that everyone builds. And, you know, the places that do build them are in some very expensive manufacturing places in the world. So anyway, like I say, we gave all the pricing. We got the reply back, and long story short, it says I can get this out of Europe for $100,000 cheaper. So basically, what he was saying was he could get it 40% cheaper out of Europe. This is what the claim was. Now, I'm sorry, but that's absolute bullshit. I'm going to call an apple here. That is utter bullshit. You couldn't be lying anymore if you tried. There is no way that you are comparing apples with apples. You're not even comparing fruit with fruit here, okay? You cannot buy the materials for what this guy is claiming that he can build, you know, a 30-metre reach on a 200-ton excavator, boom, stick, cylinder, bucket, counterweight, tubing, hoses, pins, bushes. Cannot. It is absolutely and utterly impossible. I've been doing this for long enough to understand. Basically, he's saying that he could get all of this manufactured in Europe for less money, or about the same money as what a mass excavator bucket would cost for that same machine. It's absolutely delusional. And that was the word that I used in my reply email. Now, I'm level-headed to a point, but when you totally and utterly wasting my time and the engineering company's time, and we go and price all of this for you, there's a different way to reply to that. To find out what are the differences with our manufacturing to the other one. You know, there's 100 different questions to ask before you get down to, okay, well, what's the big discrepancy here? Did he get a price for a PC 200? Boom, dipper arm, bucket, counterweight out of Europe? My thinking is absolutely he did, because I know the price that we get out of here, there's no way that apart from other places, let's say like China, that could even come close to the manufacturing costs. I mean, we're nowhere near as cheap as China here, but again, the quality is it's not apples with apples. Okay, let's just leave it at that with that. So that was something, it really gets to you after a while, and it's more so in this particular region. And I'm not saying the people here, I mean, I love the people here, it's absolutely fantastic. The people here, it's more of a negotiation, and it's more of a, like, I need to get a deal off you, I need to the deal is more important than the machinery in the business, shall I say here, which is, I'll never understand it, but it's fun to watch, and it's fun to be a part of, and it's fun to be a part of the negotiations. This other part of the world, it just reinforces that it's just a place that I just don't do business with. And for a year leading up to this, I've never done business with these guys for that particular reason, but I could tell this guy was desperate, and through not a better judgment, I decided to go with it and roll with it, and the outcome was exactly the same. So I just wanted to share a bit of light, or shed a bit of light on that different parts of the world, they conduct business in a different way. So what might be important to us in the Western world, it's not so important to people in this region here, and you have to be mindful of that when you're doing business. But having said that, our business at Oryx Consulting is really about helping people make more money in what they're doing, be more productive, and help build their reputation into something that is wanted and desired. That's what we're trying to do. So by doing these videos, we're hoping the wish is to raise awareness that, try and blend your way of doing business with, okay, I understand that I need to still negotiate, and I need to be a negotiator, but I also need to do business. And it's a fine line, but you've got to try and find some kind of happy medium in there, because at the end of the day, just saying to me that a machine's overpriced, which I know is not, is crazy. It's ludicrous. There are some machines that are a high price, and I'm not just saying with us, with MHJ or anything like that, but they're machines that are wanted, they're desired machines, so you can afford to hang on to them a bit longer and ask for a higher price. That's not all the machines, I understand that. So just trying to bring some awareness to the point about, not just being a tyre kicker, and even if you just want to find out some more information about the machine, you never even want to buy it, make it known. You're not going to offend me, like, Chris, this is way out of my price range, but what would something like this, what's entailed in the refurbishment process? Find out some more information. Information's key, and knowledge is power at the end of the day. So I just wanted to do this short video. It was really well received on the very short video that I did, and those who didn't see it, I have to keep the videos so short, because once I get out into the field and out into the sunshine, I mean, we're mid 40s to high 40 degrees Celsius days at the moment, and we've just started summer. So you literally get anywhere from 2 minutes to 5 minutes on your telephone taking photos or videoing before it shuts down with the temperature warning. So that's why I had to keep it short. And I just wanted to put some of those real world experiences about some of the people that we've had inquiries from, and try and shed some light for the people more than anything else. So I hope these are helpful. I hope this sort of helps anyone that's out there, that, even if you're not looking for that machinery, by all means ask the question. We're always here to help, but if you really want to move your company, and you really want to be productive and try and find ways to be more productive, especially getting the machines and getting the right machinery to get to work, that's what it's all about at the end of the day for us. It's not about just buying a machine. For us, if we're supplying a machine through our guys, our friends at MHJ, it's about giving you the machine that arrives on your job site, you hit the key and you go to work and you're making money. That's what it's about for us. It's not about the reactive maintenance that they do over here. I literally just saw one yesterday when I drove down to Dubai. excavator digging a ditch for a water pipeline, and it's shit the engine, and there it is on top of this stockpile while it's digging the dipper arms down in the trench, and they're pulling the engine out of it there. And that's what they'll do. They'll go and take it away. That pipeline job will stop there, and they won't do anything on that job, rebuild the engine, and they'll get it back there. Not a real rebuild, I might add, with that contractor, but you know, that's not who we are. That's not what we do. Okay, we're all about getting you guys the right equipment, job ready equipment that goes to work. So if that's the type of equipment that you want, by all means reach out to us. We'll help you to the ends of the earth. But if you're going to compare job ready equipment with a machine of a particular size, please don't do that, because it's going to be embarrassing, more so for you than it is for me at the end of the day. Okay, so anyway guys, I hope these videos help you. It's all about making more money in the construction industry and being more productive to build your reputation. So from us here at Oryx Consulting, we're here to help you build a better project. Thanks for listening, guys.